Hello everybody, welcome back. Tropical update number 22 on Tropical Storm Elsa. Elsa currently located over southeastern Georgia where tropical storm warnings are in effect for there as well as South Carolina up to the North Carolina border. Then tropical storm watches are in effect from North Carolina northward all the way to Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The exact locations and sounds and bays are listed on this slide here with the satellite image. You see 45-mile-an-hour winds, but tropical storm watches again from Little River Inlet, South Carolina, north of that, so technically North Carolina, all the way to Sandy Hook, New Jersey, including all of the North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware coastlines of the Atlantic, as well as the Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds. Chesapeake Bay south of North Beach, the Tidal Potomac south of Cobb Island, Delaware Bay south of Slaughter Beach, south the southern coast of Long Island from East Rockway Inlet to the eastern tip, and the north coast of Long Island from Port Jefferson Harbor once again to the eastern tip, as well as New Haven, Connecticut, all the way to Sagamore Beach, Massachusetts, including Cape Cod, Block Island, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. So lots of watches and warnings still remain in effect with this weaker tropical storm now, but it will continue to produce rain and wind across much of the United States, as we see here. Strong rains coming ashore now on Georgia, and then, of course, that'll move into South Carolina as well. The center of the storm near the center of the radar in this image, again, that east side of the storm containing much more rain than the rest. Not guaranteed to remain a tropical storm for the remainder of its life, hence those watches instead of warnings at a 2-day or 1-day, I guess, lead time. But nonetheless, it does appear that quite the rainmaker and potentially a bit of gusty winds for much of the United States East Coast, if not the entirety of the United States East Coast. Again, look at those watches and warnings zoomed in a little bit, along with the most likely time of arrival tropical storm force winds. Nova Scotia and Newfoundland can also see some windy weather and rain as we head in to next weekend. But by that point, it will likely not be tropical anymore. Nonetheless, up to a foot of rain for parts in Florida as the storm total isolated 8 inches for southeastern Georgia and coastal South Carolina. That's where that area in red with remaining rainfall is. Isolated to 5 inches from eastern North Carolina and southeastern Virginia northward into the northeast and New England. Do note that, of course, some of the risk of flash flooding is due to another storm that is going on, producing severe weather across Pennsylvania today. Speaking of severe weather, tornadoes are a concern with tropical cyclones, as they always are. Slight risk of tornadoes today across the southeastern coast of the United States. 2 tornadoes reported today, 1 yesterday, all 3 of them along the Georgia-Florida border. And tornado watch remains in effect for that, basically that area in the 5% risk this evening. Tomorrow, the threat shifts northward from South Carolina all the way into basically New England. Note that that little bubble up there at the top of where it kind of butts out there, that's due to a second system currently affecting Pennsylvania and that region today, which has been very severe in nature as well. So lots of tornado risk here in across the East Coast over the next several hours, a couple days, but nothing too crazy is expected to produce. Again, EF0, EF1 type tornadoes occur with these tropical storms and tropical cyclones in general. We see its track again going to skirt up the East Coast for the northmost part. The intensity isn't going to get anything too out of hand, but there is, of course, that chance that Elsa does regain tropical storm strength after likely losing it in about a day from now, if not earlier, due to its extended period over land. We'll have another tropical update out tomorrow morning, and that'll continue through Friday morning, so long as the tropical storm watches and or warnings remain in effect for the United States, as of course that is a big concern having tropical alerts up for the United States, even if the storm is weak. Wind and rain can do a lot. You'll notice storm surge no longer really a concern with this cyclone, but still something that we're going to keep our eye on as we head into the end of the week. And then we should be done with Elsa, perhaps get a bit of a break in tropical weather for the Atlantic, probably maybe for the rest of the month until we get to August, perhaps late July, but we'll see. We'll likely hit a bit of a slow period because that's what tends to happen around this time. So something to look forward to in the Atlantic after this long-lasting one heck of a storm impacting lots of land areas from the Lesser Antilles, Greater Antilles, Florida, and up the entire eastern seaboard as well. So that's what we're looking at. I've been Chris Six at InfoWeather, Catholic Media.